Hello and good afternoon to all of you from all of us here at Julian Campbell Foundation. And the purpose of today's video is to look at social media, well, not social media, but body image, because body image has and how it's portrayed, especially in social media, can be really damaging for our children and young people. So I want to speak about what we do as a foundation, how we mitigate this, how we how we improve levels of body image with our children and young people. And so body image is something that affects our young people worldwide, and particularly those between 18 years old and 24. However, I noticed when I was a teacher at a very extremely young age, from about 12 onwards, our female, our girls had a different approach when it came to games and things like that, and they would cover up. They were less likely to do sports, less likely to be, that active, because and I thought at the time it was due to the development of the body and things like that. And what I've seen is, traveling and working in other countries around youth mental health, that the issues are the same. And in Colombia, where we work as well, a lot of young people have been extremely impacted by body image, because especially we have celebrities going under the knife, and they're on social media with their perfect bodies, and young people, they know this. They know that they've gone under the knife. It doesn't seem to make a difference. They're still heavily influenced, and the more our young people are looking at these kind of fake images, if you like, the more is impacting them negatively, because it's something that they can never be, not if they had, unless they had a few £1,000s. So it's impacting young people all over the world. And the more they look at these figures and these images, then the more likely they are to be dissatisfied with themselves and their lives. So what kind of things can we do to help our young people look inwards to themselves instead of outwards and comparing themselves? So with body image, an important part of that is us as adults leading by example, because what I often see, I see parents that are not walking the talk, and they have a poor body image of themselves, or they're not eating correctly, or they're not showing their young people, because they're actually our young people are looking at how we are carrying ourselves and how we're behaving. And when they see us eating in a certain way, behaving in a certain way, then they're likely to copy that. And part of that is staying active. So us as adults, we need to be active 40 minutes a day. And young people, teenagers, they need 1 hour of exercise a day. It doesn't need to be an hour altogether. It can be segments of the day kind of adding up to an hour. And all these things are really helpful. So going out with that young person, encouraging them to do exercise, encouraging them to do things that are outwardly expressing themselves, and rather than looking at celebrities or interacting with social media, because that's not really going to help. So being that role model, encouraging them to stay active, actively doing things with them, all of these things can help as well. And a couple of weeks ago, I did a transmission about the impact of social media on our young people and their mental health and well-being. And a lot of research shows that some young people that are looking at or consuming 7 hours or more a day of social media, this can be really debilitating. This can impact in a negative way their mental health, increase levels of anxiety and depression, whereas the ideal spot is less than 2 hours a day. Some social media is good because you don't want to not expose that young person in your life to nothing, and they without actually seeing what they're doing and monitoring it. It's a really good idea to have them do a little bit, and for you to be really inquisitive, find out what it is that they're looking at, and how they feel when they're watching specific people that they're following, because if they're feeling bad about themselves, or they don't like themselves, or whatever they're engaging with gives them a lower self-esteem, then they have to really cut these people out and stop following them, and look at things that they are enjoying more, and have more activities outside of social media. Any sports or dance, or anything that helps them improve the levels of their socialization. And so what do we do as an organization to help youth around their body image? We do a lot of drama workshops. We do things in schools around body image, and we look at an example of a celebrity that has difficulties with their body image. And also as well, we have real live examples, a young person coming in to talk about their body image. And these days as well, it's not just girls. Like, I remember when I was a kid, like a long time ago, it was focused mainly on girls, but now boys have the same pressures around their body image, developing their muscles, going to the gym, being in form. So a lot of it is about how they look, and using celebrities as a starting point and something to build themselves on, instead of looking at themselves and looking at what they have and their strengths, and developing themselves. So in our drama workshops, it's really great because we have certain scenarios or case studies, and the young people work in groups. And so we do something that's psychodrama. And psychodrama is highly therapeutic, because in doing separate case studies, then each group can act out the situation. They can act out the situation, and then when others are observing them, then they can give them feedback on how they've acted out. And with them acting out certain situations and certain case studies, it gives them something. It's like they've experienced it themselves, but they haven't experienced it, but they have, because they are acting it out. And this is really good for a young person. This is really good for their development. And researchers show that psychodrama workshops are really beneficial for a young person, to help them develop their levels of emotional intelligence and know what to do in a situation. So if a situation comes up and either themselves or a friend of theirs are faced with this situation, they are empowered because they've done this psychodrama workshop, looking at different aspects of body image, and they can give advice, and they can really be powerful about their choices, whether to participate in something or not. So other things that we're doing apart from the drama workshops, we have mood mentors that we train up, and our mood mentors are coaches. They have accredited qualification, and they work with our young people and help them develop their levels of emotional intelligence, because high levels of emotional intelligence are really great for young children. And emotional intelligence can be taught, it can be transferred, and as well as being transferred, it stays with them. So high levels of emotional intelligence are great because it helps a young person to be able to think through situations, for them to decide what to do in those situations, and how to be and act with a group of people, how to organize themselves, and how to behave within the family dynamics, whether they're a family or family that's been split apart. High levels of emotional intelligence are really beneficial for our children, to help them circumnavigate through adolescence and all the decisions and choices that they make. So today we've looked at body image, and the fact that it's something that is perpetuated by social media, and as their role models, we can, as parents, we can do something about it. We can help them, we can guide them, and also, show them how, and how to have that increased confidence in themselves. because through having that increased confidence in themselves, they're more likely to take the right decisions. So please, if you want to find out more information about our body image and how we and what we do in schools and colleges, please do contact us. And next week, we're going to be looking at another topic. If there's anything that you want us to speak about, then please do feel free to ask us to speak about it. We have different people in the organization in different countries. So we'll be happy to interview anybody in our organization so you can see what it is that's happening behind the scenes, as well as speaking with any of our customers or our parents or teachers. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you from all of us here at Julian Campbell Foundation, wishing you an amazing weekend, and we'll see you in next week's video. Thank you.